of the so-called union state between Russia and Belarus, which sort of envisions a free travel area without border checks, a customs-free trade zone between the two countries with a joint currency, military cooperation, and a host of new joint political bodies and institutions. And they're trying to achieve this through talks, but it seems that there are some issues that are sticking points between the two sides. One of them has to do with energy prices.
네, 벨라루스는 이제 러시아 바로 옆에 있는 국가입니다. 그리고 이제 구소련 국가들 중에서 가장 이제 러시아와 좀 친밀한 관계를
Right.
유지해 온 국가 중에 하나인데요. 유럽의 기준으로 봤을 때는 독일 옆에 폴란드가 있고 폴란드 옆에 이제 벨라루스가 있습니다. 근데 이제 벨라루스가 지금 20년째 지금 어떤 통합에 대한 얘기를 하고 있지만 완전한 통합을 원하는 거는 또 아니에요. 그죠?
Right.
There are certain things they do want to do together and certain things they want to keep independent.
That's right. So like I mentioned, the main sticking point, as it has been in previous attempts at integration, was over energy prices. Belarus is objecting to paying higher prices for Russian gas than Russian households and businesses, arguing that it puts Belarusian firms at a competitive disadvantage. Putin has not commented on the negotiations, although the economy minister, who was also in Sochi for the talks, said that serious progress has been made, even on the issue of oil and gas. Meanwhile, there were some protests that were going on in the Belarusian capital of Minsk yesterday, highlighting some people's opposition to this new deal, where they see Belarus, with its population of 9 million, compared to Russia's 145 million, being kind of swallowed up by Russia.
네, 그래서 어제 이렇게 푸틴과 루카셴코 대통령이 5시간 이상 대화를 나눴다고 하는데요. 어떤 확실한 결과가 나오지는 않았다고 합니다. 다음 회담 날짜만 잡힌
Yes.
건데 그게 20일로 네, 지금 잡혀 있고요. 그 골자를 보게 되면은 단일 통화를 통해서 어떤 경제 통합을 원하는 것은 거기에는 좀 합의점에 이른 것 같아요. 그렇지만 구체적인 사항에 있어서 특히 이제 벨라루스 입장에서는 손해를 보고 싶지 않다라는 게 많은 전문가들의 분석입니다. Okay, we'll go on to our final headline now.
Some 30,000 people have gathered to watch a heavyweight boxing match in Saudi Arabia.
사우디아라비아에서 열린 프로 권투 헤비급 통합 타이틀전에 3만여 관중이 몰리며 흥행을 이뤘습니다.
Right. So this match was called the Clash on the Dunes. It was held on Saturday night. It was a big deal because Anthony Joshua reclaimed the WBO, IBF, and WBA heavyweight titles from Mexican-American Andy Ruiz Jr. in this match.
사실 중동에서 헤비급 권투 경기가 열린 게
The
이번이
first.
네, 처음이죠.
Right.
그러니까 굉장히 화제가 됐어요. Now, on the surface, this is a very exciting sports match, and the sports world, of course, historic. But there are some critics saying that what's under all of this?
Right. So the build up to this bout has seen accusations of what's called sports washing, a practice whereby the staging of high profile sports events like this, where a lot of people are interested, is used to improve the reputation of a country with a poor record of human rights. Now, the location of where this match was held, it's Diriyah. It's a UNESCO heritage site, and it's recently hosted the opening of 2 rounds of Formula E seasons. And a big tennis tournament will also follow this Joshua Ruiz rematch. And so they're saying that, isn't this kind of like a sports washing
스포츠
event?
워싱, 스포츠 세탁이다. 이런 내용의 기사들이 외신에서 쏟아지고 있습니다. 왜 그러냐 하면은 이제 사우디아라비아의 실세인 왕자 있죠. MBS 모하메드 빈 살만 직접 가서 이 경기를 보기도 했었는데요. 어떤 운동 경기를 통해서 사우디아라비아의 이미지를 좀 좋게 만들고 그다음에 인권 문제를 덮으려는 게 아니냐 이런 얘기들이 나오고 있습니다. 작년에 실제로 이제 카쇼그지 그 살해 관련해서 많은 의혹들이 있었죠. 아주 이렇게 명백하게 풀리지는 않았습니다만 그런 사건들 외에도 이제 사우디아라비아가 연루된 것들이 있을 수도 있는데 이런 것들을 스포츠로 덮으려는 게 아니냐 이런 의혹이 나오고 있습니다. Well, those are the headlines for this morning. If you'd like to check those out again, you can do so by going to our website, that would be. Okay, Karen, can you remind our listeners of the quiz again?
Yes, so in the winter, many people enjoy having blank. Number 1, hot coffee. Number 2, 팥빙수.
네, 계속해서 정답 보내주세요. 총 5분께 추첨을 통해서 뉴욕타임즈 1개월 구독권 보내드리겠습니다. We're going to be right back after we listen to our first song of the day. 오늘의 첫 곡 들려드리고 그 다음에 여러분의 사연도 살펴보고요. 뉴스 포커스도 보겠습니다. This is Tony, Orlando and Dawn. Tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree.
I'm coming home, I've done my time. Now I've got to know what is and isn't mine. If you receive my letter telling you I'd soon be free, then you'll know just what to do if you still want me. If you still want me, oh, tie a yellow ribbon around the old tree. It's been 3 long years. Do you still want me? If I don't see a ribbon around the old tree, I'll stay on the bus, forget about us, put the blame on me. If I don't see a yellow ribbon around the old tree. Bus driver, please look for me, 'cause I couldn't bear to see what I might see. I'm really still in prison and my love, she holds the key. A simple yellow ribbon's what I need to set me free. I wrote and told her, please, oh, tie a yellow ribbon around the old tree. It's been 3 long years. Do you still want me? If I don't see a ribbon around the old tree, I'll stay on the bus, forget about us, put the blame on me. If I don't see a yellow ribbon around the old tree. Now the whole damn bus is cheering, and I can't believe I see 100 yellow ribbons around the old tree. I'm coming home.
Tie a ribbon round the old oak tree. 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 Tie a ribbon round the old oak tree.
That was Tie a Yellow Ribbon Round the Old Oak Tree, our first song of the day. Karen is in the studio today. She's filling in for Steve for the next 3 days, today included. And yeah, a lot of people are saying hi. 김보정 님이요. 오늘 쌤들 빨강과 초록으로 크리스마스 분위기 나요. Karen 선생님 반갑습니다.
Hello.
모스에 오신 것을 환영해요.
Thank you.
네, 그리고 박노국 님도요. 모닝모닝 굿모닝 스페셜입니다. 수진쌤, 카렌쌤 반갑습니다. 감기 조심하세요 하셨어요.
Yeah. I've been, maybe it is because the weather has been getting really cold, but I do feel like my voice isn't my usual voice these
Yeah.
days. There's that little, little...
Something,
something
phlegm.
in there, yeah.
Have you ever used one of those things where you like put water up one nostril. It comes out the other one.
No.
What are those called?
I don't
have one of those
know.
at home. It's
Does it work?
wonderful.
Really?
Yeah, but the first few times I thought I
were
was
gonna
gonna
die?
die because it really hurt, and then I realized I was doing it wrong.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
So you need to
have like
know how to do
lukewarm
it.
water. The temperature needs to be right,
Okay.
and then you need to add something into the water.
Okay.
and then now it doesn't hurt at all. It's
Oh,
perfect.
All right.
Really,
I'll have
really
to get
good.
more details on that later.
I will let you know. 네, 그리고요. Thank you all for your greetings. 이종강 님도 카렌 선생님 목소리가 정말 매력적이세요.
Thank you.
목소리
That's very
좋으시죠?
nice. Thank you.
우리는 굉장히 오랫동안 아는 사이입니다.
Yes,
How long have we known each other, Karen?
You know, I mean, I knew you since I first started working in radio.
맞아요. 제가 이제
Yes.
카렌 선생님 데뷔할 때
Yeah, my 선배님, my 대선배님.
근데 그게 벌써 십몇 년이 됐어요.
It's been over 10 years.
맞아요.
Yeah,
네.
yeah.
아유, 그래서 일단 같이 늙어가는 거 있고요. 그 다음에 또 그 뭐라 그래야 되지? 결혼 뭐 육아에 있어서는 또
Yeah.
저보다 훨씬 선배이십니다.
just a little bit, yeah.
네, 뭐좀 훨씬 경륜이 있죠. 그런 면에서는 김선미님 경남 김해에서 매일 아침마다 최수진 쌤이 진행하는 모닝 스페셜 즐겨 듣고 있습니다. 이번 주는 조금 덜 춥다고 하니 그나마 다행이네요.
Oh,
라고
that is
했어요.
good news.
Yeah, it's so hard to wake up in the morning when it's cold
I
and dark.
know, yeah, it's
I miss the summer.
yeah.
But then, every summer,
You miss the winter?
I miss the winter. What's wrong with me?
Well, it's good we live in Korea then, because you can have both.
Yeah, I guess. Well, there's just something wrong with me. 김보라님이요. 녹색 어머니회 교통봉사 왔어요. 아이들이 제대로 등교할지 걱정됩니다. 지금 집에서 승후랑 로운이가 모수 들을 텐데 보통 첫 곡 나갈 때쯤 집 나서거든요. 얘들아, 엄마 없이도 잘할 수 있지?
Yes.
하셨습니다.
I think they do
해보셨어요?
better. No, I
녹색
haven't
어머니회?
done that, but I do know that kids, when we worry when
Yeah.
we're not home, but they do better when we're not home.
really?
Yeah, yeah.
so
They'll be
don't
fine.
worry.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
김보라님.
네. 그리고 9429님이요. 매일 아침 주로 운동하면서 잘 듣고 있습니다. 와이프와 아이도 매일 초등학교에 와이프가 데려다 주면서 듣고 있고요. 와이프 지선이 그리고 아이 민선이 오늘도 즐거운 하루 되라고 전해주세요. 네, 지선님 그리고 민선 뭐라고 할까요? 양인지 군인지 잘 모르겠습니다. 민선님 둘 다 오늘 좋은 하루 보내시길 바라겠습니다. 9429님 감사합니다. 마지막 사연은 카렌 선생님이 좀 읽어주시겠어요?
네, 박윤정님께서 굿모닝. 지지난주 목요일 첫 아이 낳고 산후조리원에서 듣고 있어요. 출근길에서도 태교할 때도 잠시 휴직할 때도 늘 함께하던 모스 조리원이라고 포기할 수 없어요. So she's listening at the, I guess,
Postnatal center.
Center.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you use those centers when
I
you
did,
had your kids?
and they were a lifesaver. Did
Yeah,
you?
I did. Yeah, I thought it was heaven.
Yeah. I noticed because, I just came back from living in Australia for 2 years and they do not have these postnatal
No.
centers there. And I thought it was a blessing that I
really
was in
is.
Korea to give birth.
Yeah, I mean, it's just wonderful.
Wonderful.
The things you take for granted here in Korea. But 박윤정님, 산후조리원에서 지금 정말 푹 쉬셔야 됩니다. 정말 조리하는 데에만 집중하시고요. 다른 건 아무 걱정도 하지 마시고 모스도 즐겨 들으시면서 신청곡 있으면은 보내주세요. All right. Well, thank you all for your messages. Keep those coming in. If you have any questions or suggestions, send those as well. We have 5 New York Times 1-month subscriptions to give out in the first hour. 자, 그러면 첫 번째 뉴스 포커스 살펴보겠습니다. 인도 야권 지도자인 라훌 간디가 최근 잇따른 잔혹한 성범죄 사건과 관련해 인도가 강간의 수도가 됐다며 탄식했습니다. Let's listen to the story.
Citing the increasing number of violent rape cases in the country, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi has lamented that India was now known as the rape capital of the world. Speaking at a public meeting on the third and final day of his constituency tour over the weekend, Gandhi said the numerous reports of attacks on women and children are a cause for serious concern, adding that foreign nations are asking why India was unable to look after its daughters and sisters. In a direct attack on Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Gandhi also said the Prime Minister has failed to react even when a legislator is involved in a rape case in Uttar Pradesh, saying the country is ruled by someone who believes in violence and in dividing the country. Gandhi's remarks come a day after a rape victim in Unnao who was set ablaze died at a hospital in Delhi.
네, 최근 인도에서 정말 끔찍한 성범죄 사건이 잇따라 발생하면서 인도 야권 지도자가요, 인도가 강간의 수도가 됐다 이러면서 탄식을 했습니다. So that's what lamenting is, right?
That's right. So he has lamented that India was now known as the rape capital of the world. We use this word a lot when we're talking about usually death. We say we lament a death. So when we're talking about something that's really sad, we use this word. It's similar to mourn, when we mourn something.
네, 탄식하다라는 의미 그대로 이해를 하시면 될 것 같습니다. And let's talk more about some of the expressions here.
Right.
India was unable to look after its daughters and sisters. That's what this person has said.
Right. This was, it actually really made me sad to hear someone say this, like especially a politician. But what he said was, foreign nations are asking why India was unable to look after its daughters and sisters. This is it's a simple expression, to look after something. You can look after your stuff, but you can also look after your kids. You can look after your brothers and sisters. Here, you can look after your daughters and sisters, which means, why aren't you taking care of your daughters and sisters, the women in your country?
네, 돌보다라는 뜻이에요. 그래서 인도가 자국의 딸들과 또 시스터, 자매들을 잘 돌보지 못한 것에 대해서 정말 너무 안타깝다라는 얘기를 한 것이고요. 최근에 있었던 굉장히 큰 사건 중에 하나가 한 학생이 이제 강간을 당한 것뿐만 아니라 산채로 이제 불이 붙어서 불을 이제 붙인 거죠.
Yes.
강간을 한 사람들이. 그래서 이제 살해를 하는 그런 정말 끔찍한 일이 있었습니다. 그 표현도 한번 볼게요.
Right. So his remarks come a day after a rape victim in Unnao who was set ablaze died at a hospital in Delhi. And this expression, set ablaze, this is not, we don't use this expression for fires that were caused in an accident. This is always done by someone else. And we usually use it, we usually see it in news headlines when it's a fire caused by someone else. And usually in cases like this, when it's done by someone else on someone, or it could also be, I guess, like a house or a building. And when we hear this word, the picture that comes to my mind is like a very big fire.
그렇습니다. 불을 붙이다라는 뜻이 있어요. set ablaze라고 하면. 근데 이 사건이 사실 저도 얘기하고 싶지 않을 정도로
Yes.
너무 끔찍한 사건이었는데 이 학생이 이제 학교에서 뭐 학교 관계자들로부터 이런 정말 불미스러운 일을 당했다라고 얘기를 했습니다. 학교 측에다가.
Yeah.
그랬더니 그 교직원들조차 합세를 해가지고
Yeah.
결국은 이 학생을 이제 죽이려고 했는데요. 기적적으로 살았어요.
Yeah.
근데 당연히 얘가 죽었을 줄 알고 사람들은 다 이제 가버렸는데 그렇게 불에 탄 상태에서 살아서 그 다음에 이거 고발을 하고 신고를 했기 때문에 전 세계가 알게 된 그런 좀 끔찍한 사건이었습니다. 그렇지만 끝내 병원에서 숨졌다는 소식이에요. All right, let's listen to this story one more time.
Citing the increasing number of violent rape cases in the country, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi has lamented that India was now known as the rape capital of the world. Speaking at a public meeting on the third and final day of his constituency tour over the weekend, Gandhi said the numerous reports of attacks on women and children are cause for serious concern, adding that foreign nations are asking why India was unable to look after its daughters and sisters. In a direct attack on Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Gandhi also said the Prime Minister has failed to react even when a legislator is involved in a rape case in Uttar Pradesh, saying the country is ruled by someone who believes in violence and in dividing the country. Gandhi's remarks come a day after a rape victim in Unnao who was set ablaze died at a hospital in Delhi.
두 번째 뉴스 포커스입니다. 미국 하원이 신장 위구르 인권 법안을 통과시킨 데 이어 상원 역시 조만간 관련 법안을 처리할 것으로 알려지자 중국 관영 매체들은 연일 위구르 법안을 비판하고 있습니다. Let's listen to the story.
The Chinese Foreign Ministry has slammed the U.S. over accusations of Beijing's so-called human rights abuses in Xinjiang. Last week, the U.S. House of Representatives overwhelmingly approved legislation that imposes sanctions on Chinese officials over human rights abuses against its Uyghur minority. This has prompted various media sources and state broadcasters to release commentaries and English-language documentaries claiming that the Xinjiang government was taking terror preventative measures in accordance with the law and that the source of attacks in Xinjiang is the East Turkestan Islamic Movement terrorist group and its interactions with other international terrorist groups. On December 3rd, the Uyghur Act cleared the House by a vote of 407-1, with China denouncing the move, calling on the U.S. to stop using Xinjiang as a way to interfere in China's domestic affairs.
Well, there's been quite a lot of criticism from the US and the international community in general about the human rights and violation to human rights in China, especially in the Xinjiang Uyghur area. But I should say the Xinjiang area against the Uyghurs, excuse me there. But it was interesting that a new documentary came out of China, and it was called Fighting Terrorism, I believe.
Right.
So the Chinese are saying what they're doing is they're not violating human rights on innocent people.
Right.
They are trying to fight terrorism.
Yes. Prevent terror, like a
So
preventative measure.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that would make things very different.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting. They came out with this 1 hour long documentary
In English.
In English, yeah.
In English,
so it was for the
right.
international community to see.
Right, right. So, so the first expression, so last week, the U.S. House of Representatives overwhelmingly approved legislation. Here, the expression overwhelmingly approve, it means with a great majority, and we hear this a lot, with an overwhelming majority as well. It means basically it was almost unanimous.
Yeah.
So with a full, almost in full agreement. And we later see in this article that the vote was actually 407-1. So
Yeah.
only one person had actually gone against this vote. So that would be definitely an overwhelming majority or an overwhelming approval.
Yes. 압도적으로라는 뜻의 overwhelmingly 그리고 approved 동의가 됐다. 그러니까 여기서는 통과가 됐다라는 의미인데요. 407대 1이었기 때문에 이제 그냥 우리도 뭐 압승 뭐 이런 말을 쓰는 것처럼 그런 의미의 그런 압도적이다라고 보면 되겠는데 실생활에서는 우리가 어떤 새로운 환경에 들어가서 살게 될 때 적응하는데 시간이 필요하잖아요.
Right.
그때 이런 표현 많이 쓰죠. Oh, I'm overwhelmed by this new environment.
Yeah.
Were you overwhelmed by your time in Melbourne at first?
Yeah, definitely. The whole process of moving was overwhelming.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet. Well, you've moved quite a lot in your lifetime,
I
haven't you?
have moved a lot.
이사 정말 많이 하셨어요.
And
국제적으로
you
이사하시고.
never get used to it. I don't think you can ever get used to moving, especially cross country.
아, 그래요. 그런 상황들도 영어로는 굉장히 overwhelming하다라고 하는데 우리말로 이제 압도당하다 그럼 조금 어색한 것 같아요. 어떤 표현이 더 자연스러울까요?
Oh, it was very overwhelming. 굉장히 That's a good question.
갑자기 제가 이런 질문을 드려서 죄송합니다.
I'll think about it. I'll think about it. 이사하면서 굉장히 the only thing I can think of is 힘들었다.
약간 그런 느낌이에요. 힘든
네.
건데 전혀 예상하지 못한 그런
여러
일로
어려움이
인해서
있었다.
네, 그럴 때 쓸 수 있는 표현이기도 합니다. Alright, well let's listen to this story as well one more time.
The Chinese Foreign Ministry has slammed the U.S. over accusations of Beijing's so-called human rights abuses in Xinjiang. Last week, the U.S. House of Representatives overwhelmingly approved legislation that imposes sanctions on Chinese officials over human rights abuses against its Uyghur minority. This has prompted various media sources and state broadcasters to release commentaries and English-language documentaries claiming that the Xinjiang government was taking terror preventative measures in accordance with the law, and that the source of attacks in Xinjiang is the East Turkestan Islamic Movement terrorist group and its interactions with other international terrorist groups. On December 3rd, the Uyghur Act cleared the House by a vote of 407 to 1, with China denouncing the move, calling the U.S. to stop using Xinjiang as a way to interfere in China's domestic affairs.
Karen, how do you like your coffee?
Well, I'm very traditional. So during the winter, I like it hot. During the summer, I like it cold.
Sweet, no sugar, syrup,
I
milk.
usually like it with milk.
Okay, no sugar,
No
syrup.
sugar, no sugar, no syrup, but with milk.
Interesting. Me too, actually. I like a nice
yeah.
latte without any syrup. Okay, so the quiz question, Karen, what is it?
Yes. So in the winter, many people, including myself, enjoy having this. Number 1, hot coffee. Number 2, 팥빙수.
계속해서 정답 보내주세요. 총 5분께 추첨을 통해서 뉴욕타임즈 1개월 구독권 보내드리겠습니다. 겨울에 차가운 거 먹으면은 글쎄요, 뭐 이열치열이라고 말하시는
Yeah, some
분들도 계실 수
people-
있지만 너무 추울 것 같아요.
I don't know. Some people really like having ice cream during the winter.
그런 분도 계실 수는 있죠.
yeah.
네. 그럼 이제 대체적으로 추울 때 뭘 더 많이 드시냐라는 게 오늘 퀴즈입니다. Big Mountain의 Baby I Love Your Way 듣고요. 계속해서 뉴스 포커스 살펴보도록 하겠습니다.
Ooh, baby, I love your way every day, yeah, yeah. Ooh, baby, I love your way every day. Shadows grow so long before my eyes, and they're moving across the page. Suddenly the day turns into night, far away from the city. But don't, oh no, blue besides. Clouds are stalking islands in the sun. I wish I could buy one out of season. But don't, oh no, no, hesitate, la vida, 'cause your love just won't wait, just won't wait. Ooh, baby, I love you every day. I wanna tell you I love you I wanna tell you how I love your little ways. I wanna be with you night and day, every day and every way. Yeah. Billy, I'm a diddy, daddy, that's the daddy. Ooh, baby, I love you, baby, how I love your little ways. Yeah. I wanna tell you I love you. I wanna tell you how I wanna tell you how I love your little ways. I wanna be with you night and day. Billy, I'm a sit that daddy, daddy. Ooh, baby, I love you. Ooh, baby.
자, 다음 뉴스 포커스 살펴볼게요. 무려 6시간 동안 심장이 멈춘 여성을 스페인 의료진이 살려내 화제가 되고 있습니다. 의료진은 저체온증 덕분이었다고 밝혔는데요. Let's listen to the story.
A British hiker whose heart stopped for 6 hours after getting caught in a snowstorm last month has described her recovery as a miracle. Audrey Showman, a 34-year-old school teacher, caught severe hypothermia and went into cardiac arrest while hiking in the Spanish Pyrenees with her husband in early November. During the hike, they were caught in a snowstorm and Showman collapsed. When the rescue team arrived 2 hours later, Showman's body temperature had fallen to 18 degrees Celsius. But the low mountain temperatures, which made her ill, also helped to save her life. Doctors say it is the longest cardiac arrest ever recorded in Spain. Showman has made a near full recovery after the ordeal and was released from the hospital 12 days later. She says she hopes to be hiking again by spring.
스페인에서 살고 있는 영국 여성인데요. 스페인에서 교사를 일을 하고 있다고 하고 거기서 이제 남편과의 결혼기념일을 맞아서 하이킹을 했다고 하죠. 그래서 아주 로맨틱할 수 있었던 일이
Was supposed to be.
네.
Yes.
갑자기 심정지가 와서 헬리콥터에 실려가지고 병원에 실려갔는데 정말
I'm
심정지가
surprised her husband didn't have a heart attack.
맞아요. 그래서 그럴 법한 상황이죠.
Yeah.
심정지가 왔습니다. 그런데 6시간 만에 다시 살아났어요. 근데 이게 사실은 이제 저체온증 덕분이라고 하는데 물론 그것 때문에 처음에 쓰러지기도 했었지만 저체온증이 오면은 이제 뇌라든지 이런 그 신체 손상을 뭐 막을 수 있다면서요.
Yeah, I
정확한
guess-
것은 제가
Yeah,
모릅니다만.
we're not really sure, but I think when your body temperature goes down that far, it kind of stops everything. So maybe it prevents it from I don't know, because it shuts down everything.
Yeah.
But that is one of our first expressions.
Okay.
Hypothermia, when your body heat basically loses the heat faster than it can produce it. So it's a very dangerous emergency situation. The opposite expression for this is hyperthermia, when your body is producing too much abnormally high temperatures.
그렇습니다. 저체온증과 고체온은요, 굉장히 단어가 비슷하게 들립니다만, hypo, HYPO는 뭐뭐 아래에 있다라는 그 어원에서 왔기 때문에 저체온증이고요. hyperthermia, HYPER을 쓰면은 이게 원래 이제 위에 있다라는 뜻이거든요. 그래서 고체온 또는 이상 고열을 말합니다. 여기서는 당연히 hypothermia라는 단어가 쓰였어요. 저체온증 덕분에 뇌 손상, 신체 손상이 악화하지 않았다라고 의료진은 밝혔고 그 덕분에 살아날 수 있었다.
Even after 6 hours.
I know, that's amazing.
Yes.
What's another expression here?
Okay, so one more expression, ordeal. So she went through this ordeal. She made a near full recovery after the ordeal. It's kind of similar to, we talked about this overwhelming experience of moving back and forth, but we could call that an overwhelming ordeal. So it's when we're talking about an experience, a painful or a horrific experience, we could call it an ordeal.
굉장히 어려운 일을 말할 때 ordeal이라고 합니다. 시련이라든지 이런 것들도 다 ordeal에 해당될 텐데 6시간 동안 어쨌든 거의 죽은 상태였잖아요.
almost
그래서
dead.
그런 것을 이제 ordeal이라고 얘기를 여기서는 한 거죠. Okay, well that was our third news focus story. Let's listen to it one more time.
A British hiker whose heart stopped for 6 hours after getting caught in a snowstorm last month has described her recovery as a miracle. Audrey Showman, a 34-year-old schoolteacher, caught severe hypothermia and went into cardiac arrest while hiking in the Spanish Pyrenees with her husband in early November. During the hike, they were caught in a snowstorm and Showman collapsed. When the rescue team arrived 2 hours later, Showman's body temperature had fallen to 18 degrees Celsius. But the low mountain temperatures, which made her ill, also helped to save her life. Doctors say it is the longest cardiac arrest ever recorded in Spain. Showman has made a near full recovery after the ordeal and was released from the hospital 12 days later. She says she hopes to be hiking again by spring.
네, 마지막 부분도 참 재밌습니다. 이렇게 죽다 살아난 영국 여성. 이제 다 나았으니 다음에 또 하이킹하러 갈 거예요.
I don't know if I would want to do that. Maybe somewhere warmer.
Yeah, with some hot coffee, by the way. What is the answer to the quiz today, Karen?
The answer to the quiz was number 1, hot coffee.
네, 그렇습니다. 겨울에는 아무래도 팥빙수보다는 이제 hot coffee가 조금 더 몸을 따뜻하게 하는 데는 좋겠죠. 1번이 정답이고요. 윤미아님, 김진성님, 유순화님, 정지형님, 9760님 축하드립니다. 뉴욕타임즈 1개월 구독권 보내드릴게요. Karen, what is the expression of the day?
So the expression that I picked for today is look after. I was thinking about my kids at home. Since I'm not there, someone is looking after them. So we can also look after our things. I've been losing my things a lot too. So we definitely need to look after our things.
I do that all the time, Karen.
Yeah.
I forget things the
It's been getting
moment
worse.
I turn around.
Yeah, it's been getting worse.
네, 저도 굉장히 많이 깜박깜박합니다. 자, look after 그러면은 돌보다라는 뜻인데요. 오늘의 표현이 되겠습니다. It means to take care of someone. And talking about taking care, 아까 우리가 뭐 산후조리원 얘기를 잠깐 했었는데요. Postnatal Care Center라고 보통 하죠. 네, well, thank you so much, Karen, for that today.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, I'll be back tomorrow.
Okay. Well, coming up in hour 2 of Morning Special, we have our Power English team teaming up with us for Say What. And we also have books with Paul Matthews. Taking me into hour 2 now is this song. 지금 듣고 있는 노래, Berlin의 Take My Breath Away입니다. See you on the flip side.